All right. Hello, everyone. So today I'll be talking about a part of a project that I'm working on. So basically, I'm supposed to of course, come up with a Docker container that builds our Node.js application. Now, normally, when you're writing a Docker file, you have to write like this stage, two stages. Usually, it's advised that it should be like a two-stage Docker file. The first stage is going to build the application. That's the first phase. And the second phase is going to copy the needed artifact from the first stage and put it into the second stage, which is exactly what is needed to run. As you can see from here, this is the first stage. We call it builder. Now, the builder simply, as you build the application, and once it's done building, it's going to copy the needed resource from the application and put them into this particular file. So now this, yeah, kind of what I'm talking about. Now the question is that I copied this particular Docker image from NPM website, copied from NPM website, right? And sorry, I said NPM Next.js website. I just copied it because, to be honest, Next.js is not my area of strength. So it led me to the part of, well, this question led me to the part of why are we using Yarn instead of NPM? And um, I don't really have a solid, well, I don't fully understand the major difference between both of them, right? It led me to like look into the differences between two of them, right? My understanding is like through my research, I found this particular blog, which is very, very good, right? Uh, both of them practically have like the same functionality, but differs in certain area. At the beginning, when Yarn, which was written by Facebook, came into the landscape, it was faster, but NPN, managed to catch up with the performance. Now, one major difference is like the yarn log and the package.json, right? So this is what NPM uses for tracking a version. This is what Yarn uses for tracking a version, right? So I think most people are very well familiar with this, but not with this, right? So it led me into looking at this block for performance, security. Yeah, pretty much have the same thing to be honest from my perspective. Right now, I guess the question is that which of this is uh, the developer going to go with? Now, rethinking my PR that I made here, I think I'm gonna have to switch back to NPM and see how that goes. I'm going to switch back to NPM and see how that is going to work, right? Now, because one of my major challenges that having to manage to, if we are using NPM to build locally and we are running yarn in the CI, that yarn.lock diff might be a problem for me. So I think I'm going to prefer to use npm on both ends. So basically, they both have the same similarity, almost the same set of command, right? Um, Performance, they've caught up. Security wise, they're pretty much caught up security wise, right? Now, after looking into also doing like extra research, I found out that you can actually do npm import. Sorry, yarn import, right? So yarn import um, is just going to convert your package.json, package-lock.json. It's going to convert into yarn.lock. So if you're working in a repo whereby you're using package-lock.json, you can convert that into yarn.lock so that yarn can actually use that. I mean, those are the major things that I see them, but at the eye level, from a consumer perspective, I don't really see any major difference. I think I'm going to stick with Yarn because, yeah, so I said Yarn, I'm going to stick with NPM because it feels more like a community project. that is much more integrated with Node, and also from the fact that they tend to keep up with Yarn in terms of performance and other advantage that Yarn might have had at the beginning of the race. So I'm probably going to switch that PR to use NPM instead of Yarn. So basically, those are that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and I'm going to see you next time.